Okay, so here's a great question. Can the leaders of the Seventh-day Adventist Church be trusted? Because this is so important, I've called in two professionals to answer this question. My opinion doesn't matter, but these two leaders are well known in the Adventist Church, so we are going to let them address the question of trust when little children are violently abused or killed. But first, I want to share with you a story. A woman contacted me recently. She said that after watching my videos and reading about our history in our publications, she shared this with her 76-year-old father, who joined the Adventist Church at a very young age and has been attending his entire adult life. She said that when he learned about this, it, quote, absolutely devastated him, and that he cried so hard her entire life she had never seen her father cry that much until then. This history broke his heart because his entire life he has never been informed of this, and he trusted the leaders in our church that if they kept the Sabbath and said no to coffee and no to smoking and no to alcohol, then they would certainly never support violently butchering and murdering little children. Now he is absolutely devastated. Let's ask President Dan Jackson about trust.
Because when a woman or a child has been subjected to abuse by another person, the covenant of trust has been broken.
Broken. Out of his own mouth, the trust has been broken. Leaders of the Adventist Church have lied to their own church and have violently abused and murdered tens of thousands of innocent children. That trust is broken. Out of their own mouth, they are completely untrustworthy. But that's President Jackson. Here's President Wilson. In this video, he is speaking specifically about violence towards children. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Church leaders have been given a responsibility of trust. When that sacred trust is broken, it can do extensive damage to individuals in so many ways.
That's amazing. He says the exact same thing as President Jackson. That trust is broken and it causes extensive damage. In their own words, out of their own mouth, anytime a trusted leader in the church engages in, advocates for, defends, or excuses, or in any way shows support for violence towards children, then from their own mouth, that covenant of trust is broken. The decision to bring child murder into our church and all these years of trying to cover it up has been the dumbest and most destructive decision ever made by any leader in our church ever. If your goal is to destroy people's trust and confidence that this is God's church, I can't think of a better way to do it. Leaders in our church will stand up and loudly and very publicly, they will condemn anyone that abuses or molests or rapes little children. You are an evil, satanic criminal that needs to be arrested and punished. But, if you want to violently dismember that child and rip their arms and legs off and brutally murder them, oh, that's okay. That's freedom of conscience. Raping a child until they are bleeding and screaming, and that's bad. But violently murdering them, oh, that's fine. They stand there in the pulpit and in the name of God repeat this absolutely reprehensible, despicable, disgusting filth, and then they want us to trust them. 48 years of supporting the murder of children. Just trust us because we are being led by the Spirit. The January 1988 Ministry Magazine, speaking about the pro-abortion, pro-murder position of the church, stated it was, quote, very much in the spirit of the age. The history of child murder in our church is full of disinformation, cover-up, greed, and outright lies. But one thing is true. It is certainly very much in the spirit of the age, and it's not the Holy Spirit.
Because when a woman or a child has been subjected to abuse by another person, the covenant of trust has been broken.
It's so important for us to stand up and speak out against this violence.